What is this, a Mercedes what? E63. E63?
AMG-S.
What's some good facts about it? You bought it
603 horsepower, all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, switches on backwards, forwards.
On this episode of Paint Society, we're going to be restoring with Candyman in the backyard. E63? E63? On this episode of Paint Society, we're here with the Candyman and the Backyard Boys. We're restoring this, what?
A few moments later.
On this episode of Paint Society, we're here with the Candyman and the Backyard Boys. We're going to be restoring this AMG E63, over 603 horsepower. We're doing almost a full paint job. Let's talk about how we got to this point right now. When the Backyard Boys picked up this car, it was a rejected repair, so it needed a lot of work and a lot of cleanup work behind the actual rocker quarter panel. And that's exactly what they did. They got it all fixed up, and once it was fixed up, it was on its way to Mitchell Collision, and here it is. It's ready to get its paint job. And here's what we have at Mitchell Collision. All the parts are completely broken down. This is one of the best ways to get the best paint job. You get full paint wrapped around all of the edges, nice consistent finish. It's much quicker, and well, the quarter panel was welded on like we just saw. It's looking pretty good. They got the epoxy on there. They did their body work, the 2K urethane, and basically the whole uniside along with the quarter panel is going to get painted. Now the hood as well will get sprayed, and you can see here that the hood will be put on a stand and the bottom and the top will be painted all at one time. And right now, what we're planning to do is just paint the quarter panel. Candyman's got an awesome PPG water-based paint here. He knows he can get a good match over here on the deck lid and the spoiler as well. So we're gonna go over to the Candyman right now. Of course, he's making his own video, so make sure you guys go ahead and check out his channel. You know, he's one of my most favorite YouTube painters, so a lot of great information on his channel. What we're gonna be doing right now, since these actual doors have been sitting for a while, we're gonna check over them. You know, parts can just get damaged sitting around. Sometimes they get dents here and there. We're gonna wipe them off, check them off, make sure there's no scratches, there's no dents. When you put the wax and grease remover on it, basically you can tell, you can see if there's any dents. You just look at the lines of the rafters and look at the reflection to see how well it actually does look. How's it looking?
Got a little something on it.
Got a little something on it. So we're gonna go ahead and start prepping out all of these parts and get them a little bit closer to paint. ready to leave my hotel, and my Uber just arrived here. Let's check this out. Look at this Uber driver. Who is this guy? I mean, are we going to paint a car, or are we just going to cruise today? I don't know. I don't know, check this thing out. This is a Candyman right here. Hey, is this my Uber?
What's up, man? You ready to work?
I'm ready to
play.
I'm ready to play, man.
On vacation, staying at these nice hotels.
Yeah, you know, it's time to work, I guess.
Now I'm picking you up like a chauffeur.
Oh my God, look at this thing. This is crazy. Hey man, you got this on the channel, this build?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, you guys gotta check this thing out. All right, let's roll. And I just had to show you guys what this thing looks like. We just got the Mitchell Collision over here. Candyman's shop where he paints. Just check this thing out, man. Insane. He's got everything on his channel. He painted this all in a series. I'm gonna leave the link in the description so you guys can check out how he did it. This car used to be orange and he went from top to bottom, inside and out, got this thing completely sprayed in. So we got our coffee, we got our cool Uber ride, we're ready to paint. Well, it's paint day and let's get the rest of the parts loaded into the spray booth and get this thing all masked up. Got the car all taped up in the booth. Now, what you guys need to know about cleaning is there's two different types of cleaners you need to use, right? So we talk about this on the channel very, very often. So Candyman's getting everything clean with the solvent-based cleaner. This, again, is gonna remove contaminants such as, let's say, grease, oil, anything that maybe a mechanic or someone was working on with the car, got onto the surface, that's going to remove it. So this process will take place over the whole car. Now, there's a couple different methods you can use. Candyman's using a method where one rag is completely saturated with the cleaner and the other rag is a drying rag. And this works really well to remove all of the contaminants from the surface. So follow that same process on the rest of the parts. You can see a lot of parts here. Everything's off the car for the most part except for the driver's side fender. That means we'll get full access, paint it one time, get it back on the vehicle. This is a really effective way to paint a vehicle quickly and get it clean. We're gonna go ahead and mix up the sealer now. The sealer is one of the most important parts of the whole spray job because it's the foundation of what lays on top. So if it doesn't lay smooth, your base coat, your clear coat will not lay smooth. So here, we'll get you the right ratio for mixing up the right color, and then we'll go apply it. Just finished up with that fender. You saw me using a blending additive, a clear base coat. It's the same thing. Since we're not going to be sealing that fender, we wanted to spray that down because we're going to be doing just base coat, and that blending additive really helps give it a great foundation for blending. Since the top of that fender is going to be a butt match to the top of the door, although we do have a good color, I think we're going to be fine. Everything is just flashing on the sealer. We're about maybe 15-20 minutes of flash time on a sealer, and then we're going to move right into base right then. Well, we got all the parts all sprayed down in base coat, and we're about to lay down that clear coat. You can see how nice it looks here. Check this out. Everything's got a beautiful, nice satin finish. This thing is pretty much ready for its clear coat. And we're getting that clear coat mixed up. We're going with PPG 2021, and that's gonna be a really nice clear for this actual job. We're going with slow. We're gonna mix it all the way up. We're gonna be putting 2 coats on. Let's go ahead and let's get it. Just laid down that first coat of clear. It's looking really good, Candyman. Now, the second coat is what really matters, and I don't want to show him up in his own house. This is his shop. So we're gonna let him finish up this paint job. Let's go ahead and get it. Wow, guys, did you see how awesome that came out? That is an OEM paint job, and everything's done properly. Really enjoyed doing this one with the man, Candyman, in his shop. So make sure you check out his YouTube channel as well. As I mentioned, he's got a lot of awesome videos, including that cutlass that we got picked up from the hotel in. Really cool videos that he's got on his channel. So, hey, thanks once again, guys. And don't forget to hang out to the end so you can check out the photos of this thing all back together. Until then, guys, this is Brian from Paint Society. Thanks for hooking it up. This is not sponsored either. Always on ice. Don't overthink it. It's just paint. I'll see you guys on the next episode.